Hey there everybody, it's Mr. Kowalczyk here with another video for Business Math, and today we begin Chapter 10. In Chapter 10, we are talking about homes and houses, and how people can buy houses, and the money involved, and the math involved with buying those houses, the math involved with even maintaining and fixing and living in a house. So there's all types of things that we're going to learn in Chapter 10. Well, today what we're first going to talk about is a mortgage. A mortgage is a special type of loan that someone uses or takes out in order to buy a house. Perhaps they take out a mortgage to pay a construction company to build a house. Or perhaps they take out a mortgage to buy the materials and they build their own house. Regardless, a mortgage is a loan for getting a house. Now, when you go to get a mortgage, you're borrowing a lot of money. Sometimes what people do is they'll put down a down payment. A down payment is some cash that they put down up front to help bring down the cost of their loan, or in this case, the cost of their mortgage. So as we go through this example, we're going to be using these two steps, Step 1 and Step 2, in order to find the actual amount that someone will borrow for a mortgage to buy a house. So with that being said, let's get rolling, and let's take a look at problem number 1. What's nice about problem number 1, this is the very first problem in our homework today. So if you have your worksheet out in front of you and you follow along, you will be able to get a free answer and figure out exactly how to do these problems. The Millers want to purchase a house listed at $80,000. That's how much the house is going to cost, $80,000. Well, if they agree to this price and they put down a 10% down payment, what would the mortgage loan amount be? Well, we've got two steps to use in order to calculate this all out. Step 1. Step 1. We first need to know how much this house is actually going to cost. Well, the cost of the house is $80,000. And what we're going to do is we're going to multiply that $80,000 times 10%. Now, for those of you who are paying attention, you realize that when you have a decimal like that, or a percentage like that, you want to turn it into a decimal. So you get rid of the percent sign, and you move the decimal over twice to the left. So now it becomes 0.10. So there we go. 80,000 times 0.10. And what you get is $8,000. If anybody is not paying attention, you might not see this, but what we have here is an $8,000 down payment. That's what we just calculated. So now we can move on to Step 2. For Step 2, we take the cost of the house again, which is $80,000. And this time we're going to do some subtraction. We're going to subtract that $8,000 that we just found out. Now, after we do our math, we come up with a nice big number. It's a little bit less than the original cost. Why? Because, we put down the down payment. But a $72,000 mortgage. So I've shown my work. I'm writing the correct answer on the line right there above. There we go. The Millers are going to buy this house. They put down a down payment of $8,000, and so they have to take out a loan for $72,000 in order to buy this house. Now, whenever someone takes out a loan, they could end up paying it off in 15 years, or it might take them 30 years to pay it off. It just depends upon the type of mortgage loan that they take out. The cool part is most banks that let you borrow money for a mortgage, they will let you pay it off early if you want. And so if you're doing really well with your money and you're saving up money, you might be able to pay your loan off even faster than you originally expected. So these are the two steps we're using for today's homework assignment. Feel free to go back and rewatch this video as many times as you need, or talk to Mr. K. Thanks so much, and have a great afternoon.